Hey, what's up guys? This is Esteban with Imperium, and we got a new deck profile with Sergio. What are you playing?
I'm playing Metalfoe Magicians.
Wait, is that 40 cards?
No, it's actually 56, and everyone always thinks like I'm playing like Lightsworns or like, you know, one of 60 card builds, but it's Metalfoe Magician, and it's 56 because the way I saw it was the whole deck searches itself. Like, you know, like Electrum basically searches whatever you want, and then Astrograph gives you another search, and Metalfoe search your spells and traps. So the whole deck is just like has a lot of synergy. So it doesn't really matter how many cards you play it. It's just everything searches itself.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I've heard similar stuff like that. Like, I remember a time people were playing like 50-something card Mermails.
Yeah.
Because everything searches everything.
Yep, exactly.
So, yeah, let's check it out. Let's see what you're playing.
Alright, so we have to play 3 of the hot cards, Rescue Rabbits.
Oof.
This is, if you open with this and your opponent doesn't have like anything, like any hand trap, you're already like super winning because this is 1 turn Electrum. This card is the same thing, 3 Rescue Hamsters.
Oof.
This one's actually like, it's probably even better because you can also, like, you know, get back 2 cards from your extra deck, and just, you can even use it as a scale if your hand's kind of bad, but just another power card. And lastly, you know, 3 Astrographs. So these are like the main 9 power cards, and opening any one of these is, you're already like super plussing, and if your opponent doesn't have anything, you're just gonna wreck them.
Yeah, this guy Astrograph, crazy, ridiculous card.
Alright, so let's go into the Metalfoes. So you have to play 3 of everything. Play 3 Metalfoe Wolfling,
Big tank.
3 Stealing,
Oof.
3 Gold Drivers, 3 Silvereds, and that's pretty much for like the Metalfoe lineup. You play 3 of everything because I'll show you in a minute, but I played triple Pot of Desires because you need to play triple Pot of Desires, and you basically don't care about banishing anything except like your spell or trap Metalfoe targets, but that's pretty much it. So you gotta play 3 of everything.
What about the level 1? Why no level 1?
The level 1, you don't need it. Like, it's good sometimes, but you really don't need it because with the Astrograph you get a another Metalfoe back, so it's kind of like, instead of waiting for end phase, you get a card back.
Yeah, that's true.
So there's no point of, and you can't even Pendulum, so it doesn't do much.
Yeah, Astrograph is like a buff Bismugear.
Yeah,
and that makes sense.
Yep, and so for the Magician parts,
you have Magicians in here too?
Yep.
Oh, that explains 50.
Triple, yeah, Purple Poison. This card's really good, especially in Metalfoes, because a lot of times your opponent, like, they have probably like 1 or 2 negates, and then, you know, you just play some Metalfoe as a scale, and they're not gonna negate that, and then, you know, you place this on your other scale, and you know, they're already forced to either negate or whatever, but then you can activate your scale to pop this card, and that's like a free +1 because you pop a card and you set your Metalfoe spell trap. So this guy's really good. So that's why I decided to play this guy as well to kind of combo off with it.
Okay.
Yeah, so this card is actually like another super power card, kind of like the Rescue Rabbit. So a lot of times you basically just need 3 Pendulums to like go off.
Okay.
Sometimes this is the only card in your hand, and you already have like 1 or 2 scales, like, because you popped 1. So if you special this from your hand, you're already like going crazy. And then if you already have a full board, meaning like you already have your Astrograph, your Electrum, 2 scales, or 2 Pendulum scales and 2 Pendulums in your extra deck, and you have this in your hand, you're already gonna like go crazy. There's actually like a cool Skull Dread combo that you can do where you draw 4. You basically draw like 4, 5, 6 that turn, you know, and then yeah, you get your stuff going. So this guy's really good.
Alright, what other Magicians you play?
Just these actually. So yeah.
Okay, yeah, it makes sense. I mean,
yeah, the best
standalone cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the other ones are good if you play with the other Magicians.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I decided to play the Arionic build. I know like this card is always like kind of like looked down upon, but I think it's really good because it's a Pendulum, and you know, you have 50-50 chance of going first, and even if you go second, and you open with this, it's not bad. Like, it's only bad if you draw like a trap or even 2 traps if you're going second, but you know, going second either way is really bad. So it's just like, unless if you're playing like True Draco or Dinos or Mech Knights, like a deck that's made to go second, you're already like behind. So, you know, at least like this way with this card, you can open up with like at least 4 negates, like guarantee. 4, sometimes I even open up 6.
Damn.
And yeah, there's like, once you pop this with the Metalfoe and, you know, you do your Astrograph play, you know, so you already have, you pop this, you search like a strike, you special summon Astrograph, and then Astrograph effect, get another one of these, and then you pop it with the Electrum before you even Pendulum summon, so you already have 2 negates right there, and then you always go into Vortex, so that's 3 negates, and then, you know, this is Metalfoe, so you're gonna end up with Alcahest, so that's already 4 negates. So like, this guy is really good if you go first and they have nothing to stop you.
Oh, that's true. Forgot about Alcahest. That's still a card.
Yeah, and I play triple Ash, triple Ghost Ogre.
And you play hand traps?
Yeah.
Damn.
So in a 56 card deck, you have basically like 50% chance of opening one of these. If you don't, that's fine, you know, like, because you probably going first at that time, but you kind of want to open up at least one to stop your opponent from like plusing like crazy. So this is like the only like line of defense you have going first. So yeah, like, even with 6 cards out of a 56 card deck, you still have like roughly 50% chance of opening one, and it's really good if you open one if you're going second.
Cool.
Yeah. And
is that all the monsters?
That's all the monsters.
Alright.
So for spells, you know, you have to play triple desires.
Yeah, of course.
You don't really care what you banish except your fusion or your quick play fusion. But other than that, you don't care what you banish. I play triple Pendulum Call because sometimes, actually, even if you're going first, like if you draw like a hand trap or like a trap, you know, you can just ditch it. But yeah, this card's really good if they don't have anything. Like, as you know, like even Pendulums play it. This card is just broken. Play triple Duelist Alliance to basically search this card. So you're playing 6 copies, and even if you open 2 of these, you know, you can Pendulum Call for 1 and then ditch the other one. So it's still really good to play. So that's it for those cards, and then these guys are basically monsters, painful decisions.
Okay. Because
you just want monsters in your hand. Like, if you have a handful of monsters, you're opening up like crazy. 2 Summoner's Art to search the level 7, because the level 7, you know, you can exceed with Astrograph, and yeah, you go into your Vortex play, so that's really good.
Cool.
Yeah, and then the only 2 targets, Metalfoe Fusion and Full Metal Fusion. This card is really busted because you make Alcahest like whenever. You can even do it during battle phase. So even if your whole board gets wiped out, you usually always have like Metalfoe floating or something, or you still have maybe 1 or 2 like Metalfoes in your hand. So you still have this going for you as like a line of defense, you know, to make Alcahest. And Alcahest is really good because even if you Ghost Ogre it, you know, it still turns it into a an equip, and it will go to the graveyard. So there's kind of no like stopping Alcahest sometimes, and it also stops purple poison, which a lot of Pendulum players, they normal summon it and then they think they can just crash, but you just take it.
Yeah, that's true, especially this right against the Invoke deck, because remember how they can wipe your board with just the fire guy that attacks everything if you're playing a Magician deck?
Yeah, so that guy is really scary. So yeah, you need to save this.
Purgatrio? Yeah, because I play Magicians and Purgatrio destroys all my negates because he's really strong because of his continuous effect. He's always like 30 something and he can run over all my Magicians, all my Vortex and Loritos.
Yeah.
But you know, with that, you just make Alcahest.
Yep. And also opening up with this is not bad if you have Duelist Alliance or Pendulum Call, because you can ditch it
and then
switch it back, and then draw a card. Yeah, it's really good.
Nice.
Yep, and that's it for the spells. And for the traps, I basically play like the whole Solemn lineup: 3 strikes, the 1 judgment, and the 1 warning. So yeah, like even if you open up one of these, it's not bad because, you know, like I said, you have 50-50 chance of going first. If you open one of these, it's not bad because usually you just need 3 or 4 cards to go off. So you're still playing like with 5 cards if you're going second. And then if you're going first, you know, Rescue Rabbit, Rescue Hamster, Astrograph, Harmonizing. You have like a lot of cards that will like, you know, do things. So it's not bad. And then a lot of times, if I go first, if I open one of these, it's actually good because you usually search off another one. When you go Electrum, you can send Ariande, and then, you know, Pendulum summon Ariande and like another Metalfoe, and then you can just use your scales to pop. So everything's just like so much synergy. So it's really good.
It's a lot of negates.
Yep.
Is that it for the main deck?
That's it for the main deck. Let's go into the extra deck.
Alright.
This is a cool spicy token.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, girlfriend made it. The Valentine.
Is that a Yu-Gi-Oh player with a girlfriend? Damn.
Yeah, yep.
That's a new one.
Over 9,000.
Let's see.
Not over 9,000, but 9,000.
Come on, this camera. Oh, there we go. Got it.
You have to hold it. There you go.
Hey, got it. Just kidding, guys. Got it. Alright.
Yeah, so that's my cool token. Anyway, so for the extra deck, you know, you play the 2 heavy metalfoe Electrums, discards the engine. I play one of these guys, the Doolittle. Is that what it's called?
Doolittle Chimera.
Doolittle. Yeah, because if you get Reapered, you still go into this guy, and it's not bad. But
that's true.
yeah. Yep, and he's fire, and so all your Metalfoes are fires, so it's really easy to make him. So,
okay, so you could at least Link and then Pendulum too. Worst case scenario if you get Reapered.
Yep. So these guys always, or this guy's always happen. This guy always happens. Full Metal Alcahest. If you guys don't know what he does, you basically summon him on defense, and then, you know, whenever during your player's turn you can jack a monster that's not a normal monster. It has to be like an effect monster.
Opponents, right? Opponent's turn.
Opponent's turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you basically just equip whatever monster you want to jack, and
so relinquished.
Yeah, it's kind of like relinquished, and he gains the attack, or his defense gains the attack of whatever monster is equipped.
It's also pretty good against Conductor Tyranno.
Yeah, so because a lot of times Conductor, he flips everything face down, you know, during main phase, and he's like unaffected by miscellaneous source. But when you have the quick play, you can still fusion even if your monsters are face down, so you can still jack it.
Okay, yeah. Otherwise Vortex can't stop him because he's protected with miscellaneous.
Yep. So this guy's really good. He always happens. This guy rarely happens, but when he does, it's really good. He's basically a 2800 beast stick. When he gets sent to the graveyard, he actually pops a card on the field, which is kind of cool because a lot of times you fusion summon into this guy, and then you have like the quick play set. You know, you just set the quick play, and then so basically during your opponent's turn, you fuse with this guy and like another Metalfoe. You pop a card, and then you make this guy, and then you get it. You know, steal a monster. So these guys are kind of like 2 interruptions just by themselves.
Okay.
So it's really good. And you know, Mithrilium always happens. This guy's a floater. When he gets sent to the graveyard, you get a special summon, a Metalfoe from your extra deck or from your graveyard, and once per turn you can shuffle back 2 Metalfoe monsters and bounce a card. It can even be your own card, so you can bounce back like a Metalfoe scale if you want to like pop another card and then set another Metalfoe. And a lot of times your Metalfoes, they even pop this guy.
Ariadne? Who?
This guy.
Oh yeah, you can do that.
So it's kind of like a +1 because you have like a scale, basically like any Metalfoe, right? And then you just have it in the scale, and then you have 2 astrographs underneath this guy, so you pop a card, you know, you set a fusion or whatever, and then you make your guy your protector, you know.
Of course.
Yeah, so that's usually the play, and yeah, everything has a lot of synergy. I play 1 Scoldred. So like I said, there's this cool combo. If you open up Harmonizing, when you Pendulum a full board, you can make this guy using, you basically use this, you use this guy, and another monster, right? Like, actually, I don't know, it could be another monster. And then you actually make it with let's see, this guy, sorry. So you use these 4, or this could be anything, but basically you end up with this guy here. This guy goes to the graveyard, so this specials this thing, and this goes to extra deck. So this guy floats, so he can special something from like the extra deck or from the graveyard, and then you draw 4, and then it's the same thing. You still have your quick play, you know, ready to go to make this guy during your opponent's turn. So it's just like a lot of good combos.
And then if you drew counter traps or Ariadne, you have more negates, right?
Yeah, like the average I would say is you have like 4 or 5 interruptions. That's like average. If your
opponent, a lot.
Yeah, if your opponent doesn't have anything, you always end up this guy with like, you just need like a Metalfoe in hand. It doesn't even have to be this guy. It could even be where is that guy? It could be this guy, you know. So this is like the typical board, right? You have this guy in hand, quick play set, this guy here, and then even sometimes you have like 1 or even 2 like set, or if not 1 or 2, but you have like, you know, like a Nash or something in your hand. Like that's like normally the typical play.
Damn.
Yeah.
Can we do some starting hands later on?
Yeah, we can do starting hands after
cool.
this clip. But for now, just like and share, you know, provide any feedback. I'll probably do some starting hands after this, but that's basically the count.
Cool.
And then, you know, just like our Facebook, Imperium Duelist, subscribe, and